Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Now celebrating 17 years of broadcasting success, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, both for our radio audience and those tuning in online through our friends at iHeartRadio. We're glad you all could join us as well. Well, October is recognized for a lot of things, and one of them is National Audiology Awareness Month. Now, for a lot of people, this is something that may be a sensitive topic, but it's definitely an important one. The National Institute of Health says that nearly 30 million Americans have a hearing loss issue, and they could benefit from using a hearing aid, but fewer than 16% have ever used one. So if you're one of those individuals or you have a loved one that may have had problems with your hearing or maybe trying to figure out where to be able to go for more information, our next guest definitely can benefit you. We're excited to welcome Dr. Laurel Christensen to our program to talk to us not only about the advancements that have been made, but also some of the signs you need to be on the lookout for as well. Dr. Christensen, thank you so much for the time today. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
So these are really big numbers, and I think the idea that fewer than 16% of individuals who may actually have a problem with hearing loss, Dr. Christensen, actually getting help is a big issue. So what are some of the signs that someone might be experiencing hearing loss that they need to be on the lookout for?
So there are many signs that someone might be experiencing hearing loss. I think we all know someone, often have loved ones around us that are experiencing hearing loss. And we know they ask to be repeated, they ask for things to be repeated, things to be louder, speak more clearly. They often turn up the TV set louder than those around them might want it to be. And then, I always want to point out that people who have hearing loss are often the first to leave a party. They withdraw from social situations. They get in a lot of background noise and they really can't hear or understand what's being said, and they're the first to kind of walk out of the room and go somewhere else. And that social isolation is something we really don't want people to have to experience.
Right. And especially it can be difficult during the times that we're in right now, Dr. Christensen, where people are already feeling alone. So I guess an obvious question would be, since we know so many people may have an issue with hearing loss, may not be getting the treatment, what are the dangers of them not treating this hearing loss?
Yeah, well, it can be more than 10 years sometimes for when people first start to realize they're having some trouble hearing to actually doing something about their hearing loss. And that's just too long to wait, because hearing is associated not only with just communication, but with overall health and quality of life. There's a growing body of evidence that untreated hearing loss is associated with cognitive decline, dementia, a greater risk of falling, and greater incidence of depression and anxiety. See, all things that we just don't want to have happen to people. And we really need to understand that hearing aid technology has come a long way. And even though there might be a small stigma, it really shouldn't be. Hearing aids are small and cosmetic, and they work extremely well today.
Well, I'm so glad that you brought that up, because I think then to let our audience know what's available, talk to us about ReSound ONE and some of the features of it that can be a benefit to our audience.
Yeah, well, thanks for asking. So GN Hearing, the company that I work for, has introduced ReSound ONE. And it has lots of advanced technology in it today. Hearing aids can connect to smartphones, and they can connect directly to TVs, and the sound can be streamed right to the hearing aids. And with ReSound ONE, we actually have a new technology enhancement called Marie, and Marie gives extremely natural sound quality. When you look at somebody's ear, everybody's ear is different. It's like a fingerprint. We all have our own ears, their own shape, their own size, and what I hear is not what you hear. And so ReSound ONE actually is giving back hearing aid users that individualized natural sound quality they're used to having.
Wow. And I noticed when I was on the website prep for this segment with you, Dr. Christensen, I went to ReSound.com, and that's ReSound.com for our radio audience. For those joining us through iHeartRadio, we'll be linking that with the podcast. There's actually an opportunity there for people to be able to not only to find a hearing care professional, but also to take an online hearing test as well. So when someone can, as far as this site and finding out about ReSound ONE, Dr. Christensen, is location normally an issue, or are they able to, through the site, be able to find, no matter where they live, where there might be a professional that can help them?
Absolutely. On the website, you can locate a hearing healthcare professional that can definitely help you. They're all over the country.
All right. Great information for those out there as we are looking at ways to be able to help those that are suffering from hearing loss but have not done something about it. Again, Dr. Laurel Christensen has been our guest, as you heard her say, of GN Hearing. Make sure you guys do visit the website, resound.com. A lot of great information there, and as I've mentioned, you can also take the online hearing test there as well. Dr. Christensen, thank you so much for the time today. Really appreciate your dropping by.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, glad to do it. And we thank you, our audience, for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying, as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Let's make today amazing. Take care.